Hey guys, here's what I got in. This is another book update for my collection. First up is TCM Turner Classic Movies Fright Favorites. Didn't really need this, but I just thought it was kind of neat to check out. Just covers all your basic classic stuff from Time Warner. And this is always nice just to kind of, I don't know, if you got like some major brain fart and you can't think of like all-time classic movies to put on during Halloween. I think books like this just kind of help you out if you don't want to think too much and you're just kind of like overwhelmed by what you have on your shelf. So I kind of like these books for that particular reason, just to pick this up real quick, flip through it, and then, you know, see what I'm forgetting about or overlooking. Rosemary's Baby, Night of the Living Dead, The Birds. It's cool stuff. So, glad to get this one off the wish list. It's a really nice book. So, I had to get that on the shelf. Got people. So, yeah. Turner Classic Movies Fright Favorites. Yeah, very nice edition. I don't know if you can tell from there, but just well made. So, good sturdy book to have. And then, finally finishing off my Cinema Sewer complete collection. As like volume 1 through 8. And I was missing 5, 6, and 7. So, here is 5. These are pretty cool. I dig them. So, nice to finally complete the collection of the Cinema Sewer stuff. And I can't show any of that stuff because it's it's all hand drawn, but it's nudity stuff. So volume 6 of Cinema Sewer. Just glad to get all these now. So, and these are priced really good considering how much you get. These are pretty, you get a lot out of them. And volume 7 is a cool cover. 70s vibe. So Cinema Sewer complete, volumes 1 through 8 now. Alright. Next, I had volume 1 and volume 3, but I was missing volume 2. Yeah, that's right, 2. Of the Italian Gothic horror films. This is through the 70s, so 1970 through 1979. So pretty cool. Yeah, missing volume 2. So now I have all 3 volumes, and these are very nice. We put this out, MCF. McFarlane Books. A while back. Just had to wait for decent prices to come up because these have been around for a long minute. So I'll flip through these real quick. 70s Gothic horror films, and it's nice to have these. I mean, I have other books that already cover these movies, but it's nice to have these type of books that just sort of focus on, you know, one particular decade of the subgenre in horror. So yeah, so now volume 1 through 3, I have all 3 volumes of this series, so off the wish list permanently now. And then this was cool, but not as cool as I thought it would be, because I thought all the illustrations would come from several artists among over the decades, and this is but it's an okay book. It's an illustrated history of UFOs, and it's all this type of art right here, which is great. I mean, I like that style. I don't know what you call it, but that's all it is throughout here. This book is like something you would find in a library back in the 50s. I don't know, it's just because of this type of art and how it's laid out. So I do like that sort of retro vintage look that they were going for, since it's UFOs, 50s, that's when it all kind of came about. But I was hoping that it would just be a lot of illustrations from multiple upon multiple artists throughout the years, but that's not, unfortunately, what you get here. So, but I still dig the book. I'm still glad I have it, and it didn't cost much. And yeah, just that's interested, and I've always been interested in this kind of stuff. So, figured I'd pick up some books about them. So yeah, all these legendary tales and myths and whatnot. Even mentions about some of the classic movies that were inspired by quote-unquote true life events and all that stuff. So, but you see all the art's the same. So I'm sure there's a book out there that I just haven't ran into yet that does have UFO art from multiple artists all in a collection of into one book. But I don't know that book yet. I was hoping this would be it, but oh, this one's okay. And my favorite book, definitely a favorite book out of this, one of my favorites in my collection so far is this bad boy right here, Pandemonium, an illustrated, a visual history of demonology, a visual history. So nothing but illustrations on history of demonology, Pandemonium. This is a very, very nicely done, amazing book. And yeah, this is definitely a page turner. Obviously, I'm not quite finished with it yet, but I could not put this down last night. So yeah, another one of those books that have been on my wish list for a long minute. Glad to finally have it. It's very nice. I'll flip through it as best I can. These thicker, bigger books are kind of hard to do this way, but I mean, you get all these amazing, legendary stories throughout history of demons. And I knew this book would not fail. So, especially coming through quite a bit of reviews and stuff. So, yeah, glad to have this. This is a beauty. Glad to have that in the collection. So, yeah, Pandemonium, a visual history of demonology by Ed Simon. Not too familiar with Ed Simon, so I'll have to look into that when I get a chance. So cool. And then I definitely want to pick up as many of these older, really old horror cinema books if I come across them for a good, reasonable price and also in decent condition. And yeah, the dust jacket on this one is still in pretty good condition. And it's Monsters Who's Who. So a lot of Universal, a lot of Hammer, Amicus, and it also speaks of, it goes over Greek mythology as well, giants, stuff like that, Harryhausen. Then you got some Toho with Godzilla, of course. It'd be a crime not to. And what else? But yeah, just classic. This book came out, I want to say 70s. It's an old book. I can't find the date, but yeah, it's been out for decades. So yeah, Monsters Who's Who. Had my eye on this one. This is another one I've had my eye on for quite some time. So yeah, pretty cool. There's the spine on that one. And trust me, you want to find one that's got the dust jacket on it, because if this didn't have it, you wouldn't know what book this was until you looked into it, because yeah, there's just a lot of these older books were just that way. So yeah, no art, no title on it, nothing. So best to go after the ones that still have their dust jackets, so you know what you're picking up off the shelf. All right, and then the latest volume, I have volume 1 through 4, and this series is awesome. I'm a big fan of this series. Late to the party, so once I found out about these books, I jumped on them as soon as I could. And that's the Sex and Horror, volume 5, The Art of Roberto Molino. And it's a lot of TNA in this book. I can't thumb through it as much. I'll try and find a few cool pictures that are okay to show. I just can't. Every page is volume 1 through 4 were a little easier than this one. This one's hardcore. most of the way here. I can't show that one. Dang it. One page is okay, but then the next page next to it is what's preventing me from showing you guys. Anyway, this is an awesome series. I can show the back. It's just an awesome series of books. Big fan of the sex and horror. So yeah, volume 5 just came out recently. So yeah, 1 through 5 so far of sex and horror. So yeah, big fan of this series. Just amazing, beautiful art, illustrations in this. And then I'm getting there. I'm almost finished with this series. I had volume 1. I didn't have volume 1, but I've got like so many others from this series. This is from the Chilling Archives of Horror Comics. I finally have Dick Briefer's Frankenstein. So yeah, still collecting these, the Chilling Archives, EC horror stuff. So almost done with this. I only have a few more to go and I'm done with this series and I can relax and and I've been enjoying these, learning a lot from each of these artists and what they are known for, their stories. So very cool, all in color, beautiful stuff. So yeah, good stuff. A little bit of write-up about the artist, which is always appreciated. And I just absolutely love how they just went about designing all these books with that right there. Really cool. And I love his style. He's definitely got a particular, very unique, very particular style of drawing. Very cool. Finally happy to get volume 1. This is like the very first one that I've been missing for a while. I came across a really good deal and jumped on it. I got that. And then almost done with these. I got this is another Chilling Archives of Horror, the more EC stuff, haunted horror, Candles for the Undead, and much more. So, and this is volume 16. This is the first one, but it's not labeled, but I know it's the first one that they started with this series. It's weird how some of them have the number and some of them don't. So yeah, no number on that, but a number on that. If you guys know what's up with that, let me know. I don't know why they numbered most of them and then some they just didn't bother at all. I don't know if like later on in the series they just decided to start putting numbers or what, but anyway, really cool. Again, definitely dig the this one doesn't do it. This one's all solid. I thought maybe it'd have a nifty little gimmicky thing, but no. There's that. Really cool. And then I was missing volume 21. Have that one now. So this is another from the Haunted Horror series. This is the Screaming Skulls and Much More from the Chilling Archives of Horror Comics. Very cool. I love that image. I think this one just got in a couple days ago. And when I get all these books in, I only have a few more to go after and I'm done. I'll show you guys what all these look like together. Why not? So that's 3 of these bad boys so far that I've gotten off my book wish list. And that's the update. It's the 3 there. Sex and Horror Volume 5. Awesome stuff. Love the Sex and Horror series. Monsters Who's Who. An amazing book. Very fascinating stuff. Pandemonium. The history of, visual history of demonology. Very cool stuff. Amazing book. Let me get some more of this stuff. This one's okay. It's entertaining. An illustration history of UFOs by Nobro. If I'm saying his last name right, probably not. Here's the back. If you guys can read that. And then I was missing volume 2. I have it now, so I have all 3 volumes of this series here, the Italian Gothic horror films. I believe volume 1 was through the decade of the 60s. This is 70s, and volume 3 was through the 80s. So yeah, I was missing the 70s until now. So that's that. Finished off my Cinema Sewers. Awesome stuff. Yeah, big fan of that series. And then just for shits and giggles, you don't really need it though, but it's nice to have these books just to kind of like, I don't know, if I'm just being lazy with giving much thought on what I want to watch during the Halloween season, I can just flip through something like this and just be like, it's been a while, or it's been a while since I've seen that, or I've never seen it. I need to. It's a classic. So anyway, Fright Favorites, Time Warner Classics. Love the channel. Been a big fan of that channel for decades. That's the horror book update for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And sorry if I'm in a bit of a rush. Just got other things to do. And later. Take it easy.